Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about some of the reasons that estate planning is such a great practice areas for attorneys to get into, even if they've never practiced estate planning before. So I'm just going to sort of talk off the cuff here. Some of the reasons estate planning is so great. Number one, you can bill a flat fee for your services. So you can and should bill the entire fee up front and collect everything up front and then have the drafts ready to be signed within a month. There's no need to bill by the hour with this kind of work. Most people are going to go through more or less the same process. And they should go through the same process, the same number of meetings, the same everything. And so you can bill a flat fee. Some people will have a few more questions, some people will have a few less, but otherwise it sort of evens out. I've not billed anything by the hour the entire time I've had my law practice since 2016, and I don't have any accounts receivable either because everyone just pays me in advance. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, this is a great practice area to do part-time. And I think this is something that a lot of lawyers have a hard time wrapping their head around, that you don't have to do practice the law full-time, right? And I think society sort of conditions us into believing that you're only a good attorney if you're practicing full-time and you're working full-time and you're making a lot of money and all of that. But there are a lot of lawyers out there, including a lot of the lawyers in my course, who they don't want to work full-time. They have a law degree, they're very smart, they're very capable, and they want to do something with their degree, but that doesn't mean that they want to go to a 9-to-5 every day or to necessarily build the biggest law firm they can possibly build. So working part-time is allowed. And estate planning is a great practice area for that. You can do 1, 2, 3 estate plans a month, and that's going to bring in several thousands of dollars of revenue. So it's a great practice area for part-time. You've got complete control over your schedule with estate planning. And most lawyers, even if they know this, I don't think that they really take advantage of it. So the way to take advantage of this is set up your meetings on Calendly, right? The various kinds of meetings that you're going to have with your clients. And then you get to pick when they're allowed to book times with you, right? You don't have to open up your calendar 9 a.m. 5 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. You don't have to do that. My calendar is open from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if a client wants to book a meeting with me or a prospect, they do it during those hours. Those are the only hours that I make available. And then the rest of my day, I'm out doing other things. So if you want to work 9 to 3 and then go pick up the kids from school, you can do that with estate planning. You get to set your schedule. And number 4, this is a big one. Post 2020, we can do it virtually. This is something that people who didn't do estate planning before COVID, I don't think that they realize how big of a shift this is, because before COVID, if you wanted to do estate planning, you had to do it, you had to sort of be tethered to your office. Nobody would have hired you to do their estate plan without having the formality of meeting in your office and having every single meeting thereafter in your office, etc. This all changed literally overnight in March of 2020. And now it's what I call socially acceptable to meet with your clients via Zoom. They'll hire you via Zoom. You can have all of the meetings via Zoom. Now, when it comes to the actual signing of the documents, in most states, that still needs to happen, in person with witnesses and a notary and all of that. But that's something that can either be coordinated at your office, or you can have your client coordinate the signing in their home, and you can participate via Zoom if you want. So literally the entire process from beginning to end can be done virtually, which is a really big change. And what it means is that you're no longer tethered to the office. If you're licensed in more than one state, you can practice in all the states that you're licensed in. And it just gives you a huge amount of flexibility over your practice. So these are just a few of the reasons that I think of estate planning as being sort of a unicorn practice area. I think it's got a lot of benefits. Number 5, I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. It's last, but certainly not least, and that's that you're really helping your community. And I want you to get past this idea that we're competing with LegalZoom or ChatGPT, if you can believe it. We're not really competing with those services because they're not offering the same thing that we're offering. there's still going to be enough people out there who want to work with an attorney on their estate plan. They understand that we're not just providing documents, that we're providing advice and counseling and a trusted resource that they can go to when they have questions. Some people you'll never convince, and just forget about those people, but there's going to be plenty of people who value the relationship and the services that you as an attorney are providing. And what this means is that you're offering something that your community really, really needs. And to the extent that you can learn to convey that value to people in your community, then you'll have a much easier time getting business. And so these are all things that we teach in the 2-Hour Lifestyle Lawyer course. I welcome you to book a call. Chats in the links in the bio. Have any questions, send me an email. All of my information is in the bio. And this is a great practice area for you as an attorney to think about getting in at some point in time in the future.